Hello everyone, how's it going? I hope you're doing fine. This video is to explain some aspects about reviews and give you some tips for writing down a review that suits your text. Okay, so well, to start with, what is a review? A review is a brief text that explains on some of the topics of your text, that describes what is this text about, and also it's an appraisal of what the author of the text has done. So it either recommends to read this text or invites the reader to find out something interesting in this text. So you have to see this text as sort of both, that you have to summarize a little bit what this text is about, what you have written in this story for the travel to the Greco-Roman world, but also invites the reader to see your story. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some ideas. I brought some books to give you certain possibilities. All right, so the first type of review I chose is for this book called Black Dogs by Ian McEwan, and this is the sort of review that I called the context review, because it talks about the time in which this was written and explains a little bit much more or less what the text is about. So here goes. Set in late 1980s Europe at the time of the fall of the Berlin Wall, Black Dogs is the intimate story of the crumbling of a marriage as witnessed by an outsider. Jeremy is the son-in-law of Bernard and June Tremaine, whose union and estrangement began almost simultaneously. Seeking to comprehend how their deep love could be defeated by ideological differences, Bernard and June cannot reconcile. Jeremy undertakes writing June's memoirs, only to be led back again and again to one terrifying encounter 40 years earlier, a moment that for June was devastating and irreversible in its consequences as the changes sweeping Europe in Jeremy's own time. In a finely crafted, compelling examination of evil and grace, Ian McEwan waves the sinister reality of civilization's darkest moods, its black dogs, with the tension that both create love and destroy it. So this is one possibility, and it's the one that I say it's the context style of review. So now a more cheerful one, it's a Double Act by Jacqueline Wilson, and in this one the characters speak. In this one the characters invites you to read the text. So have a look. No one can ever be like a mother to us. No one at all. Especially not stupid freezy Daisy Rose. Ruby and Garnet are 10-year-old twins, identical. They do everything together, especially since their mother died 3 years earlier. But can being a double act work forever when so much around them is changing? So you see, in this type of review, it's lighter, it's much more cheerful, and also you can see the characters speaking. So it is different. Maybe there is a switch between the characters and the narrator, but at the end there is an invitation to read this text. Another type of review is the one that makes reference to the intriguing event or something that happens in the story and starts building the action of the story. So for this one I brought the book called The Historian by the author Elizabeth Kostova, and I'm going to read it for you so you can understand what is this about. Late one night, exploring her father's library, a young woman finds an ancient book and a cache of yellowing letters addressing ominously to "my dear and unfortunate successor." Her discovery plunges her into a world she never dreamed of, a labyrinth where the secrets of her father's past and her mother's mysterious fate connect to an evil hidden in the depths of history. So this is the one that speaks about an event. So as you can see, there is a discovery that this woman finds, a cache of yellowing letters addressed to a person, and this makes the whole action of the story. So if something like this happens in your story, like something that, for example, an object or something that maybe discovers that the main characters discovered, you can use that to make reference and start your review from that point. Another one, it's this one, and I brought one in Spanish. So you can see also an alternative, and you can see that this is also done in the back cover of the Spanish books as well. All right. So the book, it's called La Canción de los Maoríes, and this is a book by Sarah Lark. Okay, and this is a series of books. So this is the second one. The first one was called En el País de la Nube Blanca. So I'm going to read just this part, because the review in this case is a summary and connects with the previous book, and of course then the next book will be connected to this one. So let me read it out for you so you will understand what is this summary style of review. En La Canción de los Maoríes, las primas Elaine y Cura forjan su propio destino entre las raíces inglesas y la llamada del pueblo maorí. En tiempos convulsos vivirán los vaivenes de una tierra comparada con el paraíso, a la que llegan misteriosos desconocidos decididos a quedarse. So, as you can see in this book, this is a summary, right? That talks about these conflicting characters, which are cousins, Elaine and Cura, and they tell us a little bit of what happens, but it does not spoil it. That it does not tell us what happens with these travelers come to this place. Okay, well, with all of these tips in mind, I hope that you choose one style of review that suits your text, and that you write down an excellent review that I know that you won't disappoint me or the other teachers. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and that now everybody can enjoy the recess that comes after this, because this is the end. This is the end of the project, the end of the unit. And after this, we are going to have a recess break that everybody needs. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope that we can see each other soon. All right? Okay, people, goodbye.